The crypto market has offered us the biggest macro opportunity anybody has ever been given in history. It is the fastest growing asset class of all time, with the highest returns generated of any asset class in history. It is a crazy, volatile, wild space. But step back, what we're being given is the opportunity to own a share of this new internet. We didn't get that with the old internet. We didn't get that with the mobile phone networks. We didn't get that with anything. This is a public utility goods, these blockchains, and we get to have a share of them.
In today's video, Raoul Pal shares his new prediction for the Bitcoin bull run in 2024. Raoul also gives us his best free crypto to buy more right now for high returns. Wait a minute, everyone. Welcome to Bitcoinzilla, your platform for daily cryptocurrency analysis and news. Our mission is to keep it simple. Bitcoinzilla offers engaging information that is easy to understand. Our analysts keep their eyes on the latest news to provide valuable insights via email. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join our community of 10,000 subscribers and experience the new edge with Bitcoinzilla. Subscribe now.
We're in this beautiful phase of transition from crypto spring to crypto summer. And if we think of crypto spring, each season is roughly a year. So crypto spring, as I spoke a lot about last year, was 2023. And it was a great spring. It was a warm, happy, friendly place with things like Solana up 10x and Bitcoin up 160%. But as you transition into summer, things get even better. And what we've seen is explosive moves where, just this month alone, many of the larger projects are up between 40 and 50% already. And a lot of this is driven by the ETF flows. So the ETF flows have started adding more liquidity into the crypto markets, particularly into Bitcoin, which spills elsewhere as people start to speculate on the ETH ETF, and then that drives more capital in the space that gets recycled. But it's a very reflexive process. And reflexivity is something that was made famous by George Soros. It's this idea that momentum feeds on itself until it doesn't. And here we've got this incredible momentum. So if you think about it, some of the world's largest asset managers went out to their clients and pre-sold the Bitcoin ETF because they wanted it to be a success. So they've gone around to all of their clients and said, look, you should really do this trade. So those orders come in as soon as the ETF is launched. And then there's people who they've spoken to that haven't done anything about it. Because of the original orders, number go up. So number go up drives the next group of people say, oh, look, this is performing well. I need to buy some. So that group of RAAs invest capital, number go up. And that drives another group who want to invest because number go up. And that drives the number go up again. So you've got this reflexive cycle of buying, which is why the numbers are so massive in the ETF. And that's coinciding with obviously the Bitcoin halving and this crypto spring cycle and crypto summer. Crypto summer, what's really interesting about it is it's also the time for altcoins. As the spring thaws and summer comes, altcoins come into full bloom. And you start to see some really big moves. If we go back to other periods of crypto summer, we've seen stuff like Doge in the past do 10x in a week. I mean, bananas stuff. I call it the banana zone. And really, the rest of this year should be much of the banana zone. It should be one of those things where you shake your head going, I can't believe what's just happened. And then just when you're getting overly confident, there'll be one or two 30% corrections that happen in 2 days. Like, what the shit? What's going on here? And the idea is, as ever, don't fuck this up. Don't use leverage and don't do stupid stuff. And just be prepared for the volatility as it happens. And if you do get these corrections, particularly in the first half of 2024, feel free to add. After that, you need to set it and forget it. So hopefully most people have set and forget their core positions now. If you haven't, still not too late. Yes, Bitcoin's right near the all-time high, but many of the others aren't yet. And we've got a long way to go. It's a long journey to come. And crypto summer will be all of 2024 before we go into crypto autumn in 2025, and then wherever the eventual top will be.
Crypto prices rose as Bitcoin and Ether headed for its strongest month in more than 3 years. The two coins shot higher in February after finishing January flat. Bitcoin is now up 47% for the month, marking its sixth straight month of gains, its best showing since December 2020. Ether has advanced more than 51%, also heading for its sixth up month in a row and its best month since July 2022. The month was a triumph for Bitcoin ETF, which saw a record $677 million in daily net inflows on Wednesday alone for the third day in a row of inflows above $500 million. Initially, outflows from the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF, GBTC, which had a head start on its rivals from when it operated as the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, had weighed on the Bitcoin price. Those outflows have now diminished. Investors attribute February's explosive gains to Bitcoin's supply and demand dynamics. Sylvia Jablonski, CEO and Chief Investment Officer at Defiance ETF, pointed specifically to the new ETF and the upcoming Bitcoin halving. We've seen over $2 billion coming into the various Bitcoin ETFs, so there's been this need to access more supply of Bitcoin to build these ETF, and that ends up driving prices up, particularly in the near term, she said. The second reason why you might be getting some extra momentum in the price over the last couple of days is the upcoming halving, she added. Historically, the halving has led to Bitcoin prices increasing. Past performance is not indicative of future performance, but I do think there's this belief that the halving process will result in the same level of price appreciation. The halving is a mandate in the Bitcoin code to cut the reward mining Bitcoin in half to reduce the supply of Bitcoin every few years and create a scarcity effect. The next one is expected this April.
I think the space right now is a $2 trillion space. I think by the end of this cycle, it's probably closer to $10 trillion. Maybe it doesn't get there. Maybe it's $5 trillion. But let's say 10 is in the right ballpark. It's on its way to 100 trillion to 200 trillion. That's the size of all the other asset classes. You will never be given opportunities like this. And that's why it's so important not to f this up. We've complained all the time about how expensive real estate is, how expensive the equity markets are, how difficult it is for people. Here, for once, is a fractionalized asset that anybody can put 10% of their paycheck in, whether you're in a rice field in the Philippines or in New York City living on Park Avenue. Anybody can do this. It is the first globally homogeneous investment product. It is the same in Nigeria as it is in Buenos Aires, as it is in London, as it is in Dubai. We've never had this. Yes, gold is a global homogeneous product, but its access is not as easy as simply connecting a wallet and buying a fraction of it. So the opportunity set is so big that all you have to do is buy some of the larger projects that are more likely to win, those that have shown the Lindy effect, i.e. they've been tested, battle tested, and they win. Right now, there's really three clear leaders in that space, which is Bitcoin, ETH, and Solana. Maybe there are others coming through from last season, Aave, for example, Avalanche, for example. Who knows? Yet to be seen. XRP, been going a long time. There's several of these out there, but really just try and own the top three with 90% of your bag, maybe 80% if you're utter degen. If you are that filthiest of degens and you want to keep 20% to speculate in the 100x's, do so. But also remember, when you're on Twitter and you're seeing all of the people you follow in crypto, let's say it's 300 people, and each one of those 300 people manages to find one great idea where they make a 5x, a 10x, a 50x, a 100x, or they get the airdrop or whatever they do. What you see in your, and maybe all of the other trades that they do aren't great, but you see 300 people all celebrating trades and you're thinking, why isn't it me? Well, there was a 1 in 300 chance of people who really know what they're doing. So it's unlikely to be you or me. So I try really hard not to screw it up.
As Bitcoin breached an over 2-year high, investor sentiment turned to extreme greed. The CoinMarketCap Crypto Fear and Greed Index rose to over a 3-month high of 80, signaling extreme greed among crypto investors. The last time the index was above 80 was in early December 2023. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index is a multifactorial measure of crypto market sentiment. The Bitcoin halving and the approval of spot Bitcoin ETF are the main reasons behind the increased investor sentiment. It's a pivotal moment every 4 years when the rewards for mining new Bitcoin are slashed in half, effectively making Bitcoin mining twice expensive and usually driving up its value. And with the green light for Bitcoin ETF, these have legitimized Bitcoin in the eyes of many investors. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. Not know why you haven't subscribed yet? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.